It's like, we
know.
predicted that.
Yeah, 100%. Called it.
Like, luckily the screen was very clear, right? Props to Samsung, man.
It's always the Samsung buff here. And obviously, when we get into the second phase, at this point, expect... this is going to be really weird. Alter Ego, it seems like they just want to go up against the Eve, right? They have a Claude, they have a Farsa, and the Uranus. So, at this point, what if Alter Ego just ban out other mages except for the Eve? So, just, literally, it's a game of Alter Ego saying, you pick the Eve. They're getting aggressive.
Funny.
They're getting real aggressive.
Just turning it around on them. From like, give me the Yve to like, you better pick that Yve, man. It's open, it's right there. But no, Rebellion will ban away this Hilda for now.
Yeah.
This means that they are worried about the same kind of pressure, the same kind of tankiness just pushing up on them.
Yeah.
We know Rekt plays the Hilda, but at this point, the Edith is still a possibility.
It's a Hilda signature pick for Rex, right? So they respect that from way back when season 7, season 8.
Yeah, season 7,
so
8.
long ago.
It's the Angela days, but you know, when he was in the Angela days, the Angela era, if the Angela gets banned, if his heroes get banned, if all else fails, Rafaela, Rekt Rafaela, his favorite hero.
In theory, it makes sense, by the way, because Angela works almost the same way, just not as well. So if he goes for a Rafaela here, I think it's a bit far-fetched, but, you know, Alter Ego, right? You never know what they're going to do. This is who they are.
Let's see. Carrie and Lunox banned away, so Alter Ego, no, they're like, yeah, now pick the Eve. Let's see. Let's see if Rebellion actually go and succumbs to the peer pressure.
Well, I mean, Faramis is still an option.
Do you
for
want to go
Rebellion
Faramis
Zion.
against a Farsa Claude?
No, but what options does
Novaria?
Suelo have?
Novaria?
Novaria.
Novaria is so risky.
If they're going pick-off, there's more benefit to going for the Novaria, right? Exposes people, you can find them in the middle of a setup. You can poke them down for an easy pick-off by the Paquito or the Lancelot. In theory, it works, but I don't know, man. It's gonna be risky. The Yve is the more solid option.
They pick the bait.
Fine, we'll pick the Eve. Rebellion Zion say, you know what? All right, we get it. And now Alter Ego. Now this is truly the question. Will Rekt play the standard Grok up against this comp? Not bad, but will he just, will he let the intrusive thoughts win? Will he
Franco.
play Rafaela?
Well, I'm also wondering who is Celiboy going to be picking, because I think it's going to be an assassin, right? It makes sense. Someone with a bit of mobility would be nice going up against a Lancelot, and someone that can threaten the Yve would be great here, but I'm not sure who just checks all those boxes.
Franco Martis.
Franco Martis?
I know Selly Boy, he doesn't like utility, but he wants utility anyway.
Whoa!
And it's Arlet. Arlet,
Eterna.
so like
50%. I'll take it.
50%.
I'll take it.
Arlet, wow, okay. It's a hero you see being picked up early on in the drafting phase, but Alter Ego saves it for last. Gives them some really solid team fighting here, but of course it's Sully Boy not on an assassin, so I think the pick-up potential by the Farsa becomes a bit less. They might just rely on Martis just running people down. That could be what they're trying to do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I think Martis, you can still play it kind of like as an assassin, go full damage, try to snowball from that early game, which is what the composition you see is kind of built for, right? We have the Farsa who can rotate really quickly. Uranus gives the space for the Martis as well. In theory, it works. So now Chico is up against the wall, and he's gonna fight it with a long-range damage source here in the Leslie for that front-to-back kind of composition.
This is very interesting. For the longest time, the Leslie is a bit of a counter for the Claude, but we've also been talking about this backstage. Is it still now, with so many options available to the Claude with the emblems, is the Leslie still a hard counter? And I think our conclusions is it's strong, it works okay, but it's not a hard counter anymore.
Let's see if they can make this Leslie work. Up against a lot of dive, up against a lot of range, burst from the Farsa as well. Final thoughts.
It's risky once again. I feel like the Yve pick was a bait from the side of Alter Ego. Very intelligent drafting, but the problem is if the Martis does not snowball from that early game, with how much lockdown that Rebellion Zion does have, it could pose a problem for Alter Ego as we enter the land of Dawn for game number 2. A potential 2-0.
Wait.
The first of the series. What's going on?
Did you? I mean, look at your screen. This is what's going on. It's not an Arlet Roam. Rekt, he's been throwing a lot of curveballs, but I did not
Wait,
expect
what?
a Uranus Roam was revitalized. What is going on? Let's see how it works here. It should still be kind of the same idea as a Hilda, still just wanting to be a distraction, but how? Oh, she's doing a lot of damage, so I guess it's working?
Well, the way they've been using the Uranus, it doesn't have to be in the EXP lane. So using it here as a roll.
Oh, it's taking
whoa.
so
But
much
look at that
damage.
though.
Look at the Revitalize, though. Oh my god, wait,
We're
Rekt's
back in.
going back to high. He's, oh my goodness. Rekt, one more shot and he's dead here.
No
one
way.
more shot and he's dead here. He's dead. First blood to Rebellion Zion. Highs picks up the kill. Definitely not the target that you want to be giving gold to.
But look at this though, it's quite interesting. He goes for the same emblem setup, but with the Revitalize, that battle spell heals you depending on your max HP. So on a hero like the Uranus, that stacks up HP anyways, it actually has really good synergy for his whole team. So this is Alter Ego, just going all in the team fights. We'll see if that works though, because if they fall behind, like we're mentioning, there's a lot of slows, a lot of crowd control. Like on the Yi, for example, that can catch out these immobile characters, like the Arlet, for example, or the Martis who does not have the Mortal Coil.
I like it in a way. Portable Revitalize. There's additional shielding as well for Rekt, but it feels like Rebellion Zion have picked up a potential solution, right? The Leslie with the true damage. In the late game, she should be able to shred that Uranus. We'll see if it works out though, as both of these teams have started to set up for the next objective. Look how much damage Highs is doing onto Nino.
That's how the Leslie works here, especially up against a very, very easily countered hero in the quad. It's literally the best matchup possible for the Leslie. Rebellion Zion also with a bit more pressure to play with. Cars now, knockout strike, knocking him down. Udil might actually fall, goes in for the Feather airstrike, tries to outburst Cars, but Swalo flickers forward. Getting another kill, Audi now jumping in, a beautiful Divine Judgment, locking Sully Boy down, giving Vincent space to go for the Retrian. Cars now with a jab, Sully Boy with an outplay.
Out of nowhere, man. And Rekt is just relentless right here, but for Alter Ego, they seem to be going for all these plays. They're the right place, but not at the right time. They're not going in together and becoming a weird puzzle for Rebellion Zion to solve. So for now, it's still a 1k gold lead, and with that, you can see some items being built up. Berserker's Fury 4 highs on that Leslie. It's gonna make Nino's laning can take him.
I'm actually quite excited to see if it works, right?
He's running sprint as well, so he has a bit more
Exactly.
security in his kit. But again, we'll see. It's a tough matchup, kit-wise.
Oh, wait a minute. Audi TZ.
Getting very, very low, still able to escape for now. Rekt unable to get that kill back. But here are the talent's prediction. Again, it's just me and Mr. Pulong.
Wow.
Yes, the two of you. What's going on between
Keep
you
the
guys?
singing on your
Sorry,
streams.
sorry. No, it's because you guys have the same prediction all the time. It's getting pretty cute now. But going back into the game here, 1,300 gold lead for the side of Rebellion Zion. And curious, right? Because you yourself said that Claude doesn't get countered by Leslie anymore. And at this point, Nino's already level 5, so he should already have that Blazing Duet to pressure Highs in the gold lane. But it doesn't work. It's just for clear. That's all he can do right now in the trade.
Well, Divine Judgment pulling Rekt back though. Has the Revitalize, pops it. Oh, a lot of bursts coming down with the puncture as well, but Rekt able to survive the onslaught of damage on to his way. I think for Nino, at this point, it's all just full clear. It's just him ulting the wave constantly, and well, High's already caught, flickers out, but the Mortal Coil chases him down. Now with the damage coming down, it should be a free decimation, but Sully Boy is brought back. High's outplays the situation. Vincent wants to go in. Sully Boy's very low right now. Thorn Rose coming down, Phantom Execution, but it's only defensively right now as the time comes through. Cars in the back, but the Mortal Coil knocks him up for a bit. Udil now trying to go for the stun, unable to hit those skill shots though. The real world manipulation splits Alter Ego in half, and Rebellion Zion win out in the trade. Meanwhile, wait, pause.
That did what? Oh, so Rekt gets taken out there right before the pause. And here it is.
Oh, Divine Judgment. Audi was waiting just waiting for Nino in the back. Alter Ego in danger. 3,000 gold lead for the Rebels.
We gotta call some attention to Cars right here on the Paquito. We got information here that he actually back then last season is a gold lane player, and he's forced to just fill in the EXP lane, so he wasn't really quite comfortable, and he was doing pretty okay. Now he had time to adapt, and they're saying that Cars might just be like the next big EXP laner. We're seeing signs of that because on this Paquito right here, he is just outmatching the presence of Pi on the Arlet. Of course, that's partially due to the mobility of a Paquito, but it's still fascinating to see.
Definitely, definitely. He even mentioned that he feels like he's born for it now. He just really grew into the EXP lane role, whereas Pi, he's had years to build onto it. But look at that damage from Udil there with the Feather Airstrike. Gonna be able to zone out the members of Rebellion Zion and give Nino some farm. Uh-oh.
Divine Judgment, Sunny Boy should fall here. Mortal Coil comes down, he's looking for the decimation, almost gets Audi. Traded back, but it's still only 1-for-1. Real world manipulation locks him down. Pi taken out. Rebellion Zion with another 2-for-0 trade.
Approaching a 5k gold lead, Rebellion Zion. I think now is where Alter Ego will really start struggling. But look at the damage, look at the lockdown. Nino gets deleted.
This is a problem now for Alter Ego, right? They were banking on the fact that they could snowball in that early game. But the problem is 6 minutes in, and Hyze already has the endless battle as well to top it all off. That damage is insane. The siege is starting to flow, and you don't want someone with a late game power spike to get that power spike in the 7th minute of the game. And this is what we're seeing from Rebellion Zion.
Even Sully Boy there, forced to just retreat, understands that he won't be able to contest for the turtle. Meanwhile, Hyze also given the space to siege his turret down as another free turret, and it's a tier 2 up top. Free turtle, everything for free.
Rebellion just turning it around, and now this is what we've been talking about. They're forced to siege, they're forced to kite back away from Rebellion against a Yve, against a Leslie. It's just so difficult because they're just not that mobile. They were relying on being able to stand in the front, out-sustain, perhaps using the healing coming in from Rekt with the Revitalize, but unfortunately that is just not how the game is going. And with Sway Low getting a glowing wand, that also means that Sully Boy and Rekt and Pi all need to be a bit more careful because Sway Low is doing percentage HP damage.
Let's see here. Rekt is caught in a 2v1 there in the bottom side. Is he going to be able to sustain through that damage?
He's way too behind for that. Look at that, just one shot from Hyze, and they're going to give the kill over to Hyze. 4-0 and 3.
Well, there you go.
Gets this ahead, it's tough.
I mean, we were talking about, okay, solutions to the Uranus. Lunox, carry. And turns out Leslie works.
It's another L, it's a third L.
It's a third. Oh, wow.
Lose, Lunox, or
Uranus
Leslie.
doesn't like L's.
No, he's a W man, but right now he's about to take an L if it keeps on going like this.
Well, let's look at the items right here for Nino. No golden staff just yet, and on the flip side, already an endless battle, so that's a lot of burst coming in from Leslie, but also from this Paquito, man. 4-1 and 2. Cars has definitely been active as heck around the map. It seems like Alter Ego will still be able to get this purple buff, but what else?
My god, Udil doesn't even have the lightning truncheon yet. So that damage isn't coming out at all. There's a world where the damage from Pharsa and her range should be able to hinder Hyze just a little bit, but because of how far behind they are, that's not even a factor just yet. Hyze can just fully concentrate on damage.
Oh, Divine Judgment locking Pi down on Arlet. I think that's the worst feeling in the world. Not able to use any of your skills, not able to use your mobility and resets. Rebellion just push forward. Cars even here is acting like a Uranus, but with damage. Now jumping in, knockout strike, jabs out. Cars, clean mechanics as he just escapes. And Rebellion get another free objective.
They're still pushing the mid lane as well. They're so active right here. It's as if they want some kind of revenge for game number 1. But keep in mind, game number 1 had a weird swing to it towards the end. We'll see if Rebellion Zion can maintain this kind of consistency because they're doing a lot of different things right now, and that's great. That's very good work rate. But with more activities comes more chance for mistakes from their side. So they're always trying to go into jungle right here, and maybe Alter Ego can try and use that to set up for a big engage.
Arashi, it's a 10,000 gold lead for Rebellion Zion in the 10th minute of the game.
Brutal.
Highs already has the BOD to make it all worse. How are they going to withstand the damage?
I think we're gonna see some one-shots coming in soon. Of course, Udil has the Lightning Truncheon now, but compared to Hyze's damage, I think that's quite the difference. So for Alter Ego, they have to do something dynamic, use some flickers going on, because otherwise, it's only Hyze just poking from far away. And look at that true damage, man. That's just massive.
It's up to Pi. It's up to Pi, Mirko.
I agree. It's up to the dive, right? Pi and maybe Rek, but at this point he's way too squishy. But the airstrike comes down, but it only gives so much space to Highs now. Real world manipulation, just zoning them away from the Lord, who's chunking the turret down. Still, turret alive, not taken down. Audi with the conceal, has the flicker, has the divine judgment. Do not want to commit. Rebellion Zion saying, we're happy with this. We can continue to scale, we can continue to suffocate you in your base.
That was an interesting move from Rebellion. I think they went conceal and they were looking actively for Pi. As much as we're saying the solution is Pi, I think Rebellion recognizes that as well. So whenever they're trying to go for a divine judgment engage, they're trying to make sure that it's on Pi, because everyone else will be a great pickup, but Pi is the one that can really screw over things for them.
And with that in mind, what are they gonna do? Okay, so Nino has the golden staff already, so it's already a step in the right direction. He has just the DHS to combo with. But what item does he need now, Arashi, to be able to deal the damage and be ready for these team fights?
Oh, it's tough, man, because even if he goes for a Win of Nature to try and deal with the damage coming in from Cars and Vincent, there's still true damage coming in from Highs. If he tries to itemize more to survive that, there is Sway Low on the Yeef, who's still doing really, really well with 8 assists. So this is where Nino gets put in a lose situation here. Even if he builds tankiness, then he'll lack damage, but look at Wrecked.
3 shots.
Wow.
Whew. I don't know how many shots the last one was after the immortality, but hey, Audi giving a shout out to his old team there with an emote as they steamroll through Alter Ego. This is the new, refined, wrecked in Alter Ego.
It's not working.
Not with the Uranus tank, no.
It's not working. Yeah, it's not working. It was cool to see it. We haven't seen it before.
What?
Uranus being put in the roaming position. But now that we have, it doesn't look like it has been working. It's not looking too good now, Rebellion Zion. They're very quick to the next objective. They're gonna get the Lord uncontested in the 13th minute of the game. That's how fast this game has gone. That's how dominant Rebellion Zion has been. What a statement from game number 1.
I think Alter Ego would feel that the game is going a lot slower, but you know, that might just be my assumptions. For now though, you can see that for the beefier members on the side of Alter Ego, they are going for Radiant Armors all over the place, man, because as we said, the Yeef, as much as they were just forcing Rebellion Zion to pick that Yeef, it does a lot of damage. Now with the Divine Glaive as well, they can't just ignore it. I think their plan is to just withstand the Yeef damage and try and pick off Highs and Vincent using damage. I think that's the best way they can do it. And you can see, there are still Hunter Strikes, Lightning Truncheons, burst damage available for Alter Ego. At least enough to take out a marksman without any defensive items.
Okay, let's see. Retribution already used up by Silly Boy, but it's only for the top side. They know the mid lane's gonna fall anyways because of the charge. Cars zoning him away. Highs sieging the base turret down. Audi still looking for the Divine Judgment. Wrecked in the midst of it all. Holding it down. Now Puncture as well. Audi with a flicker forward. Unable to find anyone, but finds the Divine Judgment on the Silly Boy. There's gonna be chunk low by Highs, but it's not enough to take him down just yet. 2 shots onto Wrecked. Another one. Taking him very low. Real world reflection. Locks them down! For Vincent to go ham in the back, and that's a monster kill for Highs. And Immortality popped. Silly Boy's gonna fall. Nino in the base. Walk down. Rebellion Zion. 1-2-1.
We're forced to a game number 3, ladies and gentlemen.